Worst thing that happened all day was this. Christian Elder loses control of his Brad Eckes Ford up in 3 and 4. Car shoots up the racetrack, belts the outside wall. The right front and the right side take the brunt. Look at how hard that car hit the wall and how badly wrinkled it is. They had to cut Christian out of the race car. He has a concussion and a broken collarbone. Medevac flew him to a hospital. Christian spent the night there. He will be.
Houston, the spotter for Brendan Gaughan, has been talking to him and telling him about Coulter's times, and we see that Chris Fontaine has made contact, and that is going to bring out the yellow. We did not get to that 105 lap, but this is definitely going to be time.
Not so happy.
Now you put the race back in the hands of guys on the crew as we see Chris Fontaine sliding coming off the turn.
And I think that's just, that's how close all these guys are to the edge of control. I mean, even the leaders, they look smooth, but they're battling those trucks right on the edge. And so Fontaine hard into that inside wall, make damage. We've seen a couple other trucks spin off turn 2 and not hit the inside wall. Unfortunately, Chris did.
Listen here, this is 9th, 10th, and 11th. Yes, Kyle Busch has fallen that far back. That no trouble. Hornish into the back of Kyle Busch, and Busch and Gaughan crash.
Well, the one thing that Elliott Sadler didn't want to see, and Ricky Stenhouse saying this is what he needed to make sure that he was going to have an opportunity.
Caution out. 7 laps to go. Looked like Sam Hornish was trying to cut out from behind Kyle Busch to make it 3 wide and misjudged.
That was a hard loop.
I really think that Hornish was going to try to maybe push Kyle by there, and then he got such a run that he felt like that he needed to pull out, and that's whenever he caught him, just in the left rear. And shown that his car has been the fastest all day. Right here's a replay. See exactly what happened. See Hornish go up.
Just like you said, Alan.
Yeah.
Just misjudged enough. Turned Kyle Busch just straight right into Brendan Gaughan. Good to see Brendan get out of the car.
And the 11 car, Elliott Sadler. And there's contact with the 24. That is Brett Butler. Flat right front, damage in the rear.
Trying to get to pit road.
Oh, man.
Yep. Oh, that's a bad break right there. I'll tell you what. Brett Butler. That's what do you think, Dale? That's a mistake on Butler's part.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, and just the fact of not running at these speeds very often can contribute to something exactly like that. And unfortunately, it's Elliott Sadler getting that.
Butler's making his 3rd nationwide start.
Fourth in the championship
Watch
standings.
the tire come off right there, right rear. That's what did the damage.
That's what did
right
the damage there. Yeah.
And that's kind of unusual. I mean, a lot of times when we see a tire go down.
Oh, we got down here in front of turn 4 up against the wall. Turn 4 up against the wall.
Right behind him, Robby Gordon couldn't get
got
slowed
one
down.
piled in here now. Stay low. All down the apron, on the apron.
I mean, it almost looked like he had a flat the way it just wiggled, and
he was loose way early into the car. He got loose getting
as soon as Robby's locked up. I think Robby was hoping the 21 would go down the racetrack, and the 21 was slow enough that he just stopped.
You can't go. You see, actually the car was going up a second ago.
Yeah.
Boy, he clobbered him.
Yeah, he did. That's a hard hit right there.
Oh!
Caution's out.
Oh man, there goes
Jeff Burton
Burton
gets
and
clobbered by speed.
And Menard was already the first car involved.
Wow, that's a big hit right there. That's good. You heard him say, "Are you right?" And you heard him say, "Yay, bub." So that's pretty good.
Menard's moving. A junior. Little contact.
Oh,
the
tire
tire
apart. Yeah, but that was due to the contact with the 88.
I mean, they rubbed each other getting off the corner, and that's what cut the tire. But
he must have run over something.
Yeah.
When you look at the car back here, there's another car. If we can come back and maybe we can tell it straight.
They had him running in 8th. Here's the problems behind him. You see
McMurray
right there.
I mean,
man.
But you see McMurray and those guys, they just ran over the debris that came out from under the 98 car when he blew the tire.
In 4th, we've got a spinner in turn number 2. It's David Donahue.
Oh, look out. Man, those cars.
Oh, man, oh, man, oh, man. Dan Hornish in the 32.
That's the thing. You cringe. You're just waiting.
Stuff is scattered everywhere. Here's David Donahue.
It looks like someone underneath him going in the corner. He got a little bit too high. He goes up and hits the wall with the left side. Here he is. Cars going by right and left. And Pardus all of a sudden
looked like he got into the wall first and then came off it and hit Donahue.
You know, and actually he was shut down. I mean, either that or he just slowed the car down, but still hit David very hard. I think that he thought that Donahue was going to go back up the racetrack, and he was trying to go under him is what I think happened. Right here, I think he thinks that Donahue's going up the racetrack. He decides to go under him at the last second, and he go back across the racetrack fast enough.
Oh, trouble. Turn 3. Bobby Labonte hard into the wall. Bottom of the racetrack to the top.
You got the yellow.
And Bobby Labonte has the window down. He's trying to get out of that car.
so hard getting out with all that equipment on.
See Kyle Petty stopping to see if Bobby needs assistance.
And he doesn't. He's out of there. Man, oh man.
We've been seeing a lot of fire lately, haven't we?
That car just spun like a top. It's like there was oil or water or something up in turn 3.
Okay, Benson drives into the 41. But they look like they save it.
Johnny's tires bent out.
The racetrack and he clips the 18 car.
Okay, that's why he spun so abruptly.
Yeah.
When Johnny made contact with the 41, it looked like it bent the suspension because you could see the tire in the 10 car just turn. Look at that hit. Oh my goodness.
Seven cars got a bunch of damage also.
Oh, just as we come back to Chicagoland, that's the race leader, Casey Kane. He took fuel only on the restart, and he's got company in the big pile.
Junior, the 8 car has crashed.
Dave Blaney, John Andretti was involved. 4 tires, no tires, 2 tires.
And Jeff Burton, the 99 car.
You think somebody spun their tires on a restart?
Side of the 9. Oh, wait a minute, we'll see.
But you know what? What caused that? You got a guy that's not on new tire.
Wow.
BP, there's a big fight in the 20 pit. Tommy Baldwin, a number of the Dodge guys came down to talk to the 20 crew members. NASCAR officials do have Tommy Baldwin.
The outside of the 40 goes underneath them.
Not quite sure about all that.
The 40 was obviously trying to block. That was for position. Kenseth will take the spot. He will finish 21st and Strimmy 22nd.
All right, down the pit road to Matt.
And he can drive in deeper because he's got newer tires. That's what caused that deal.
He ran the back of the 9 car, just turned him, and into the wall he went.
Tony just did not expect the 9 car to lift, and maybe he was or wasn't told that he was on older tires. Unfortunately, it took out a lot of good race cars.
Never see the contact between the 10.
Wow, but nobody did anything wrong on that deal.